like we optimized it. We got linked up on this. We're ready to go. Game number 2. The Abbasids will make another appearance, but this time Hazza will be the one armed with them. Meanwhile, MarineLorD, he wants to make it a Berry Madness month, as he's going to be on the Delhi, the other side that just loves to go full vegetarian whenever they can.
Yes, this is another berry madness. Both these civilizations, they get extra berries. It's their bonus there when they build their mill, and they get a gathering bonus from it. And we've got Hazza, Age of Empires 3 Legend, up against MarineLorD. He did lose in round number 1, so Hazza needs to win this one in this best of 3 to stay alive in this EGC TV $125,000 Golden League. And what do you think we're going to see here this round, Killer Pigeon?
We're going to see these very interesting builds from Hazza again. Where is the mill? Papa, no.
Now, hold on a second.
boy.
MarineLorD didn't build a mill in the Age 1 last round. He did the same thing here. Went for sheep, and he went for the mill in transition, because then you still have... you don't have to go for the straggler wood, right? You can go and just build your lumber camp. So, but he does need to get his House of Wisdom down.
Yeah, but I also think this matchup's different, right? Like, this is less tempo than the French one. So, like, you kind of understand the delay on going on berries up against the French because of how quickly they can get in your base. But, like, in this matchup, there shouldn't be any, like, aggression until midway through feudal, I'd say. So a little bit awkward of an opening. Like Hazza, he still hasn't gone for those berries at all. And I'm always a fan of getting instant on the berries, because if you're in a delayed matchup, but you think you might be forced back to your TC from raids, then you should get the risky economy first, right? With the one exception being against Mongols, because obviously if you build all these straggler buildings, they burn them down and get paid. But in this specific matchup, I think like not going for the berries instantly puts you already behind, which... Remember what we said about MLord? He's a player that is very calculated. He thinks if he's got a slight lead, he can just cruise through. And if he ever spots out like this delay on grabbing the berries from Hazza, he's probably going to go into cruise mode and just look to control those sacred sites with little resistance coming out.
Yeah, and this is a map that has 2 sacred sites right next to each other in the southeast. The Delhi, of course, they get gold at an increased rate, as they can get 200 gold per minute, and they can capture this as early as the feudal age if they get that technology there at their mosque, which he already has built. He's researching piety right now.
Yep. Stop for the good stuff.
It's curious. Most people have banned Delhi in this tournament. They get to choose one civilization to ban, but it doesn't look like Hazza decided to ban Delhi.
It's still pretty oppressive. I mean, like you clearly like hopefully invoking the oppressive nature of Sanctity. You mentioned the 200 gold. Remember, it did get slightly tweaked, so it's like it's 150 now, I believe. But you still get to
I'm sorry. Yeah,
capture
you're right.
Yeah, I just think that's an important detail, because like the thing that it means is like it's less oppressive than it once was. But as you were saying, the fact that everyone's banned it means it's still quite oppressive. Like it forces your hand. And the thing that I think makes this strategy ridiculous is like it's very flexible and it's very passive, but it forces your opponent to stop doing their strategy, right? Like if you're up against Delhi, you have to react to what they're doing. You can't just say, I'm a booming civ and I'm going to wait this one out. If you don't play feudal, then they win. But if you play feudal and it drags out longer and they control sacred sites, they're still winning, right? It's really obnoxious the way this civ is designed right now.
Now, I see right now Hazza already has his wheelbarrow on the way, which is kind of predicted. He has transitioned to the mill here during his age up. He's about to hit the second age, and he is dropping a mine down by that stone. So he's going to be going for a second town center. He has the gold to get that fresh foodstuffs, which gives him those discounted half-price villagers. So pretty normal opening. Wheelbarrow, fresh foodstuffs. Looks like he's going for a second TC. What will he do next?
Yeah, so I think he needs to get second TC, and then probably Horseman is a safe opening, or if he wants to be really defensive, he can go towards the racks and get Spearman. But like I said, this matchup, you can't really be too defensive. I think if you don't get Horseman down first to ride out to the midfield, the MarineLord's just going to move out, capture 2 sacred sites, and then have a really smug look on his face. You know when someone gets that kind of look on their face, you want to punch them, right? That'll be the look on MarineLord's face on camera. Like, he'll just be feeling good about life because he knows, like, he's in cruise mode as Delhi at that point.
Now, we don't have any towers at the sacred site yet. Sometimes you see towers built out there to help defend them. I do see that MarineLorD has dropped a blacksmith quite early. It is his first building here in the feudal age. I'm kind of curious what upgrade he's going to go for first, but he is scouting. Maybe that's going to influence his decision. He sees that stone and probably knows he has room.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for, right? He wrapped around the back. He got an eyeball on, like, no one being on the gold. He's a very vicious man. He's like, Yeah,
Three.
this is actually, this looks memey, but I've seen this before. It's actually lethal because if you think your opponent's playing slower, it lets you get all the technological advantages. And we already said they're matched on eco advantages for the most, right? Until the second TC comes out, these two civs are very comparative due to their buffs around the berry bush line, which is 30% quicker gather rate than other civs. They also can carry up to 13 instead of the default 10, and of course that scales with wheelbarrow as well.
Yeah. Now that's a long walk over there to his second town center. He moved his stone villagers. Sometimes you'll move people off wood earlier to get a little closer, but either way, he moved over to that second town center. We saw MarineLorD scouted that there was, he was going for 2 TC, and so he was comfortable to open with that second blacksmith. He waited until he scouted that to build that, in fact, and now is building a barracks.
Yeah, and it looks like Hazza's going to be going for that stable as anticipated, wants to play the midfield. Of course, this means MarineLorD has the edge, but he doesn't really have a choice. Like, he needs the mobility to move around. But you're right about the second TC. The reason he does this, by the way, as opposed to, say, dropping next to the stone, which we see sometimes, which would have been good due to the berry bushes, is because of what's next to those berry bushes.
Yeah.
It's the infamous Stealth Forest. Like, how many times have you played a game on Lipany and you felt safe near this? Like, I don't think there is a single thing in the game more intimidating than blindly approaching Stealth Forests, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
I think that is the boogeyman. Like, I've seen people from the absolute tiniest Stealth Forest get ambushed by 3 mangonels.
Here we go.
Never again.
We've got the 3 scholars moving out, and we know where they are heading. They are going towards those sacred sites. You see, he almost has Sanctity. 20 seconds left on that, so he'll be able to capture those and start getting gold. I do see he's building a tower by the northern sacred site, and Hazza is going to need to be prepared to stop this. I do see it looks like he did drop a stable. He has some horsemen out on the field running around, but there's going to be spearmen too to help defend this. So this is going to be a crucial moment in this round.
Oh no, Hazza, he looped around.
Has he?
And MarineLorD has eyeballs on this with the scout. So he knows the horseman isn't coming back now. And yeah, like Hazza has spotted out the movement up to the north. But as you said, that's where the villager's going as well. So a tower potentially gets built. And also, because there is a villager and a scholar here, like you might not be able to kill the villager before he completes the outpost due to the fact he can now be healed.
The healing, yeah. So let's see, we've got the southern sacred site being built, a tower being built in between it. We do have the northern sacred site being contested. That horseman was able to back that villager off, and that scholar is backing up as well. Might deal some healing. Looks like an archer is running around there. But yeah, this is a nervous situation. The second you see that boom, 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 those 3 sacred site sounds go off, like the ticker is started. Oh no, Archer!
Yep, and he's split. AFK Archer is going to be picked apart. The horseman will get some value here. However, look who's here. Here's the scholar. Just wave my hands and make magic happen.
Oh my gosh,
now
look at that
you
healing.
Not kill this single unit. This is just ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
And remember, folks, this is about herbal medicine. Herbal medicine is actually banned. And now you see exactly why it's banned. Like, he barely, with the unit that gets bonus damage against that unit, killed it because of a scholar. It's so insane.
Yeah, so we've got that scout tanking a little bit of damage. He does back at home. He's starting to work back, but here's the problem. That tower is up. We have 2 sacred sites under control. He has contested the northern one for now, but he needs to take control fast, but it's going to be hard to with that tower there now.
Yeah, and here's the other problem. Like, here's the bigger problem about that tower. What's Hazza's composition right now? It's horsemen archers. Now, he, in theory, could build into rams, but those rams are not going to be safe. The spearmen are here to negate the effect of the horsemen, and right now, your archer count is being outmassed by MarineLorD. And the scholars are making sure it stays that way as well, as the heals just come on through. Like, you just can't do enough damage here.
Jeez. You have to, like, I always prioritize the scholars, because if you don't kill those things, they're just going to keep bringing more and more value. You can see archers going down to that tower. And now here's the problem. Look how much gold MarineLorD has gathered. I mean, it looks like he has 2 villagers on gold, I guess, back at home, but he's almost on his way to having the gold he needs to age up, or he could slap down a market and buy some more res to, finish this in H2, but I bet he'll go to the castle age.
I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if you forgot about those 2 villages in the gold. Like, you just don't need them if you're playing.
Those were just
Delhi.
for the scholars. Those were for the scholars. That's why he had them there. But he doesn't need them now.
You see the power that, like, the tech up choice he made as well, right? Like, we talked about right at the beginning where he chose piety first. Like, this is why you do it as well, because you said you assassinate those scholars first, but how do you? This unit has 130 health. For reference, an archer at this stage in the game, with the upgrades, does 6 damage per shot.
I know.
Well, looks like the raid on the south side, trying to get on that sacred site and decap it, but, like, once again, it's the outpost factor, right? How do you deal with these?
And now, even looking at the army numbers, MarineLorD has probably the better numbers here. We've got healing going on.
my God,
oh no, horsemen!
No!
Gotta stay away
The
from the
horseman
spears.
can't get in. There's a bigger deal here. Are you noticing this?
What's
He
going on?
aggroed the ball.
Oh!
MarineLorD aggroed
I
the
didn't-
ball when Hazza was next to it. So
Boar's
the ball's
playing-
been attacking everything. Oh my God!
Oh boy. So you run away. The Delhi can't even eat the boar, but the boar can fight back. We got the boar playing. Wait, the boar attacks both sides? Is that how this works?
Yeah, that's why he done it. That's why he
Oh.
aggroed the ball when Hazza's whole formation was around
Oh
it.
my
Like it looks
gosh.
like a misclick, but it's not because he knew the ball would attack the archers. That's why so
Oh
many of them
my
were flopping
gosh.
straight away.
Next level micro decisions. Aggro the boar when they're close to your enemies. And now has his army falling back. Looks like he's trying to get some more shots on those spearmen, but we still have the scholars back there capable of handling out plenty of healing.
Yeah, and MarineLorD still has the military number while teching up. Like, he has favorable military count while teching up. Meanwhile, Hazza is nowhere near ready for his own tech up. He's stuck now. And I don't know if he's going to get unstuck anytime soon. Another outpost going down that central sacred site. Retreat from the scholars. And these scholars, they're basically your Reinhardts, to put it in Overwatch terms. They're your tank. They're your front liner.
Yeah.
Because 130 health is just too hard for anything to get through right now.
Yeah, that's a good little Overwatch crossover. I've played a fair amount of Overwatch in my day.
You know what? It's because Nevic's in this tournament. I can't help but make the comments. I mean, he was an off tank, so it didn't quite fit.
Look at that scout. That scout just like taking
just
all
been
his
healed.
healing. Oh
Because
my
nothing
gosh.
does bonus damage against him, right? It's the most efficient unit to heal after the scholars.
I mean,
And
I
now
think
that
we're
scholar-
seeing right
oh.
now why people ban Delhi because this is
It's
just
absurd.
if you miss this opportunity, you let them get this 1 tower or 2 towers up or have a scholar, like what do?
I mean, they're not even efficiently petting each other's heads right now. You can see these scholars are just AFK, not even healing, but it just doesn't matter. They waste so much of your time, and all you can hear is a non-stop death cry
Screaming.
out of the Abbasid archers as they each fall.
Yeah, he is building a ram now. I expected maybe to see this earlier on. Maybe could have made a difference, but I don't know. It's just it's hard because
I don't
Delhi
think you
still
can
their
afford it.
economy is so good once they have the sacred sites. We do have some. I guess there was a scout raid on the back line, but I don't think that did anything.
Yeah, it was just a scout that got shivved into the ground, as you do when you've got your bunch of villagers nearby. Keep in mind, I don't think any clear verdict was given about the exploit around villager damage, because there's an interesting mechanic where if you have multiple villagers aggro onto a sheep, whenever they have that weapon out, when they have their stick out, they do 12 damage. There's a way I haven't been able to figure it out so far. A lot of players haven't, but they were discussing it prior to the beginning of this. There's a way to keep the 12 damage when you attack other units. It's to do with attack moves. So I don't think I saw a ruling given on that.
There we go, baby. You know what time it is, chat. This is Elephant Cam. We've got elephants out on the map here. They are dressed in blue and, most importantly, gold here for this Golden League. And they are beautiful creatures. Walking past the deer. The deer don't mind them. It looks like it just poked into the tusk there. But heading out onto the battlefield. I would like to point out that villager-wise, we've got 43 villagers from MarineLorD, 67 for Hazza, but it's those sacred sites that are bringing that compounding gold interest.
Yeah, so he's getting 300, which is around, I believe it's 7.5 villages worth. So it's still a big lead.
Oh, is he going to get him? I think almost. The entire army's firing on him, and one scholar goes down.
Wow, just a whole one army to kill a scholar? That's good value. You know what's even better value? If you can just Wololo convert your enemy army. Oh, what?
Oh!
The most redundant Wololo is he kills the unit
Does he get the
might have
horseman?
got.
Oh, no, almost.
Nah, he pulls it back just in time. So that's one tower down, but now you've got bigger problems, bigger tower issues, mobile towers, the tower war elephant that gives little damn about such a small quantity of horsemen pummeling away.
Yeah. Well, that one tower did go down. He has been making some raids on the back line. I've seen the horsemen have taken out villagers. So Delhi losing a lot of villagers right now. 70 villagers versus the 44 of the Delhi Sultanate. If Hazza can somehow take control of these sacred sites, which he'll have to kill this elephant first, he could be in an okay spot, but we do have men-at-arms on the front line right now, and they are wailing away, and those are going to be a problem here when you just have a feudal army.
Yeah, but where's MarineLorD's new scholars to heal this poor little elephant?
He's killed a bunch of scholars. I think that's been the issue. Oh, one's bringing... Oh, they've been getting relics. He has 3 relics in right now.
The Gavin relic. So he's up to 3 after his weird Warlord play. So he's decided, actually, I want more gold. You can have the sacred sites now. Just get it a different way. Okay?
But that elephant
This
escaped.
Weird. Yeah, well, it's not escaping, it's returning.
Yeah.
It's the revenge of the elephant.
And now it looks like Hazza's going to be aging up, but he just lost his entire army. And now he's got man-at-arms and damaged elephant that I'm sure will be healed up heading back into battle. How's he going to keep his enemy at bay? I think there's been a man-at-arm raid and Hazza's gold line this whole time.
Oh, no.
And he probably hasn't noticed, same as I didn't notice. There was a lot going on here.
There's no textiles either.
Oh,
They die so
no.
quickly.
I mean, how many shots does it take from these man-at-arm to kill him?
So they do 13 damage, so they only need,
I guess
what is it, 4
3.
strikes?
Yeah, 4. Yeah, 4, right? Yeah, math.
Yeah, because they'll be on 1 health. Wait, no, 11 health, yeah. So 4 strikes and they're just gone. Maths, guys, I mean...
Never
Come
do
on,
math on
idiot.
stream. It's a good rule to have. Don't do math on stream.
Never do meth on stream either. That's
That's
another one I
good
would
too,
advise.
kids. That's good too. We got another elephant out there guarding the sacred site, but I don't know. Now Hazza still, even losing all his villagers, has a decent villager count, but it's these sacred sites. If he could have somehow won those fights, it could have changed the tide, but the elephants made sure that didn't happen.
And the little man-at-arm boys are making sure that
Yeah.
ego deficit
Oh, my
disappears. They're
God.
still doing it. They still haven't been killed this entire time.
I wonder if
Hazza's
he's even
not pulling
noticed
his
it.
villagers back. Well, he has now. He finally tried to garrison one or 2 of them, but my God, was this so delayed. Like, the damage being done, he's not even microing them correctly. He's too busy sorting his own raids. Look what he's doing in MarineLorD's base, but he's
I
not
know.
finding the value anymore because all of them have just retreated away, and there's enough
Oh,
left
boy.
over that they could fit in outposts.
Yeah. Well, and the hard thing too is even if you garrison, those man-at-arms still just keep running around, idling your entire economy.
Yeah, and they're fast, right? Like, I believe he should have got... Oh, wait, no, he hasn't got force march yet. This is surprising. It's now being researched. So a little bit delayed, but in a minute and a half, this will ramp up. It'll
There we
be even
go.
quicker.
Age 3. What wing did he go up with? Okay, the expected.
Yeah, the normie choice, the culture
Culture
wing.
wing.
No military wing shenanigans. Not really an optimal choice when you go up to castle, to be
But
honest.
what does he do here? There's
Ow.
so many man-at-arms. I feel like he needs
dies.
crossbows, but... Oh, here,
Oh,
Wololo.
Oh, the
MarineLorD.
horseman!
Oh,
They're trying to run away!
oh,
they just about get
they
away.
got out of there. Villager taking out a horseman, meanwhile.
Yeah, because Shiv's out, right? He's got 75 health on these villagers. They can revolt whenever they want, and one horseman's just not going to cut it anymore. And look at the raids. They're increasing. Archers on the north side. Tower Wolfman reaching the wood line. In the meantime, the man-at-arms still in the
Yeah.
secondary TC, clubbing down as many people as they choose, as Hazza is still not garrisoning. And he has so many AFK villagers as well. Look at these people just congregating in the farmlands right now. Do we grow corn here? Do we grow wheat here?
They need to grow crossbows, but crossbow running right on by. He does not want to go to battle. That elephant's still alive, 60 HP. And here comes 2
Ivan.
more full HP elephants.
Nice. This is the retiree elephant. He's like, I've done my 20 years service. Take over, Ellie 1 and Ellie 2.
Yeah.
They'll take over quickly here. I mean, there's just so much they can ram down. And remember, every time you ram one of these down, it chunks away at the Golden Age. And look how close Hazza is to having the second Golden Age unlock. He's not even going to get it, though, because these buildings get burnt too fast. And there's so many troops, even the scholars back on the front. That elephant isn't even going to die after all
it's
this.
gonna live. I thought it was gonna go down. Well, I gotta say, Hazza, aka Harry, he put up a good fight. I know he's only recently picked up playing this game seriously, which is a hard feat to just casually stroll into AoE4 and have your first tournament game up against MarineLorD. Not only MarineLorD, but the Delhi Sultanate, which is one of the most feared civs right now. I mean, look at this. You can't even kill these units if you don't take out the scholars, which good luck clicking them.
Yes, MarineLorD has discovered the answer. Yes, herbal medicine is broken, but you can still technically have herbal medicine if you just produce double the amount of scholars, right?
And there we have it. Hazza is going to be knocked out here in this first round of the main event here for the EGC TV 125,000 Golden League up against MarineLorD, a very worthy opponent, and MarineLorD will be advancing on. Killer Pigeon, thank you so much for joining us here in the casting booth today, and I guess we'll see who we're going to follow next.
No, thank you. It's been a pleasure. But one little tip. H isn't out yet.
Oh, he's not
Right.
out.
There's a low bracket, right?
Oh, yeah? Well, I spoke too soon. There's the what do we call
Yeah?
it? It's the low. It's not the losers bracket. It's the
No. Well, I
lower
mean,
bracket, right?
technically they're losers, but
Yeah, it's the lower bracket. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's down
he's still got a
here.
shot at this. So it's like, don't worry, your boy's still alive,
Yeah, we can see
although
him again.
he's
That's
kind
true.
of bad.
I mean, imagine just he could get another day of practice in, and then boom. Or does this start? Like, when does this lower bracket kick off? Is that still today?
I assume it's rolling schedule because it's dated for 26th, so I assume it's just rolling schedule like everything. So now it's a case of he just has to wait to see who wins between
Yeah.
Happy Cat and Run. I don't know. That's the thing, actually. I need to check that. I don't know if it's directly correlated to the upper brackets or if it flips
Yeah.
around.
Does he go against like Happy Cat versus Running? Does he go against one of them
Or
next?
does he go against like Divine DFP or Orc,
Yeah.
right? So like, or is it based on seedings? Like that's something I actually need to read up on the rules.
Yeah,
Before,
we'll have to see. I'm going to
before
cut off
custom
for
art.
this YouTube video, and we'll continue on with more Tournament Madness. Thanks for tuning in if you're watching over on YouTube, and we'll watch more of Hazza in the lower bracket.